Hello traders around the world, welcome back to another weekend again. I am going to review just this week's gone, and then I'll straight away do the forecast for this week. Last week was a bad week. I'm gonna admit it. Everything was wrong, the analysis was wrong, and there's nothing to say about that. Okay, when you're wrong, you're wrong, so you admit it. So last week was wrong, so we move on. Okay, let's go on to Euro GBP. Now, when you're wrong, okay, you admit that you're wrong, but you go in and investigate and see why, where you went wrong. Okay, and I did go back in my analysis, and I did go back in my journal, because I do write down my journal. And the reason why I was wrong is simply because of the challenge I was doing. I was spending much time on the lower time frame, which is the 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minutes time frame, and I lost focus on the higher time frame. Okay, I lost focus on the higher time frame. So looking at the higher time frame, it was bearish. Okay, looking at the higher time frame, it was bearish, but because I was so glued to the lower time frame, which is the 1 hour, 4 hour, and the 15 minutes, okay, which is there. Okay, that was right there. That was just last week gone. Okay, right here. Looking at the 4 hour, it was bullish. Okay, so because I was so glued to this time frame and the lower ones, I lost focus of the higher time frame, which predominantly takes the market where it needs to go to. Right, so that's why I was wrong. Okay, I lost focus on the higher time frame because I was so glued to the lower time frame, and I was trying to get some trades to finish my FTMO challenge, which I'll do a separate video about that. Okay, so the reason why I was wrong is because I lost focus on the high time frame, and the high time frame was calling for price to go down, especially the weekly. Okay, if I had done the weekly, or if I had looked at the weekly, then probably we would have been the opposite. We would have gone the opposite way. But yeah, it happens, so we move on. Alright, looking at this, I think there's still some downside to go. Okay, there's still some downside to go, but the focus on this week is not on this pair, although I'll be watching it, because I think they will send it down and then push it a little bit higher to you understand when I finish. Okay, so this is the level I'm looking at for now. This gap, probably they need to come down there and fill that gap up. So for this week, that's where I'm looking for price to drop to. Okay, once we get here, if we do get here for this week, then I'm expecting, I'll be expecting a reasonable bounce. It's a high time frame level, so you do expect a reasonable bounce to happen. Alright, so for last week, if you did take a loss, scratch it and then move on. The key is not putting yourself down when you take a loss. The key is going in and then finding out why it was a loss. Okay, and my reason was the higher time frame was calling for downside, and you guys know when supply and demand breaks, it tends to the opposite. So this was a demand zone, okay, and we broke it, so we retested, that becomes a supply zone, so it will call for price to push down. Okay, so that's that for that. So because of this pair dragging all the pound pairs, okay, it resulted in the opposite of all of them. So instead of this going down, this went up. Instead of that going down, that went up. And instead of this going down, that went up as well. And instead of that going down, that went up. So there's nothing to say all the pound pairs were wrong. So we move on for this week. However, I wanted to say, as of now, everything will be done, or every trade will be on the 4-hour. Okay, no 15 minutes, no 1 hour. Everything will be done on the 4-hour. If I don't see anything nice on the 4-hour, that's the only time I'll drop down to the 1 hour. So I am, by nature or by the way I studied, I am a swing trader. Okay, I excel very well doing swing trades. Okay, when I drop down to the lower time frames, I lose concentration, and I don't have the time to sit in front of the screen all the time to monitor trades. So because of that, I tend to do more swing trading, and most of my trades are swing trading. So if you are not a swing trader, this might not help you, because you will need to require a bit of patience for the trade to build up and move in your way. So if you are not patient, trust me, you're going to be frustrated, and I am a very patient person. So this going forward is going to be more of a swing trade approach rather than short term or day trade. Okay, so with that said, let's move on this week and see what I've got for this week. Close that. Okay, this week these are the pairs I'm looking at. Okay, the pound yen, Aussie yen, CAD yen, USD yen, GBPCHF, USDCHF, CADCHF. There's a reason why I picked these, and the reason being the yen, as I'm looking at most yen and most Swiss, I think they've got some weakness. Both the yen and the Swiss has got some weakness. So with that, the pound has got some strength, Aussie has got a little bit of strength, CAD has got some strength, and the dollar has got some strength as well. So that's why I elected to go with these. Okay, even though I've done my analysis for the majors, but these will be the ones that will move very well. Okay, so with that said, let's jump onto the first one. Friday, I wanted to take a trade here at this particular level. This is a demand zone. We have this drop. So drop, drop and a rally. Okay, so we have drop, base, rally, but price failed to come down there. However, I would have taken a trade here. Yeah, but I didn't take it. I took it on the GBPCAD. Forgot to add that one. Okay, I took it on the GBPCAD. Same thing, same area, but I elected to go with this because this gave me a nice area of confluence that allowed me to take a trade. And paper trading, it's not live, it's paper trading. So I would I'll see how we open on today. I'll see how we open today. If we do gap down, then that would be good for me to take an entry. If we do gap up, then I'll try and find an entry, or I'll try and see how we trade Monday. Okay, I'll try and see how we trade Monday, and then try and find an entry. But if we open as we are, then I'll go long with a stop below here. Okay, wherever long I take, my stop goes down here. Okay, and these are your two targets, target 1, target 2. But when we get to target 1, take most of your profits off. Okay, take most of your profits off, and then leave a small portion to see how far it can run up. But I will take most of my profit off here, and then I will see how far we're gonna go up. Alright, so if we do gap down, then that'll be good. But if we don't and we gap up, then whatever trade I take, the stop loss will go down here. Okay, and that'll be your profit targets. So that's for the pound yen. For Aussie yen, I like where we are right now, where we are currently sitting. However, if we do gap down, this is the area I'll be interested in, with a stop below there. Okay, whatever trade I will take, the stop will come here, because that's the only place that you will be protected. If you place it anywhere here, price can still come down and stop you out. Okay, so this is the only place that is protected, right? And then the targets are that level, and you take most of your profit off here, and then you wait and see if you can get up there. Okay, bear in mind we have some Aussie news on Tuesday, early Tuesday morning, so that could be the drive to take price up. Okay, they could use that as a as a screen smoke, as my mentor would say, as the screen smoke to take price there. Okay, so watch the economic calendar and see when we have the Aussie news. I think it's 2 of them, one on Tuesday morning and one on Wednesday morning or Thursday morning. That it will be the reason for this pair to move higher. Alright, so that's what I'm looking for in this. If we do gap down, brilliant. If we don't, then I'll try and get an entry in here somewhere. Okay, and your stop goes here, and your target is there. First target, and then leave some portion on to see if you can get above there. CAD yen, same thing. I'm looking for a continuation to the upside. Okay, that's the stop. The stop goes here. If you do get stopped out on this one, your attention goes back down here. Okay, if you do get stopped out, then leave it, let it come down here, let it bounce. Once it bounces and starts coming up, then you can take a trade and place the stop at the low of where the low form after price has hit this level. I don't think it's gonna do that. Okay, I think it's just gonna continue going higher. So this will be target 1 and target 2. I know target 1 is just there, but it's necessary, because if you do take the trade here, take some off and leave some on to get to the second target. Yeah. USD yen, same thing. I'm trying to see if price will come down here. Okay, I'm trying to see if it will come down to this demand zone. It's a rally base rally. Here, I know it's not fresh. Okay, right there. Okay, run this low, run the low here, and then send it higher. My stop, I've elected to put a stop here. So if you do get an entry, that's a 35 pip stop loss there. And if you get stopped out, then your attention goes back in here. Okay, and if you do get stopped out, wait for price to bounce, and after price has bounced, okay, you can get an entry and place the stop below the low that formed. But again, I don't see that happening. But anything can happen. When the market opens and it starts trading, all kind of things comes in, and then things can change. Alright, but if you're on the higher time frame, the 4-hour daily, it shouldn't affect the direction so much. Okay, that's why I've decided to switch back to the swing trading, because the day trading price just changes direction quickly, and if you're not aware of what the weekly is doing, like I got caught off last week, you will get hurt. Okay, and I did get hurt this week. So this 4 hours should stay intact. It will take something meaningful to change the direction. So if you get stopped out, look at this level here, in here. Okay, in there, look for a bounce, and then as price bounces, you can take a long and then place your stop below the low that forms there, and then you continue going higher. But like I said, I don't see that, so this is where I will let to take a trade. See if we can trade down there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so that's that for that. Right, this is a beast. This has got potential to move higher, because this failed to come to the levels the pound and the CAD did come to. So the yen came into this gap here, the CAD came into that gap, but this didn't. Okay, so this is very, very bullish. Okay, so that's the pair I will elect to trade with, and there's room for price to run higher. Okay, first profit is about 180 pips. Okay, that's about 180 pips. That's a lot of room for this to run higher. And then the second target is almost 230. Okay, so there's more room for this to run higher. So I would elect to go with this, and yeah, I'll prefer this among all of them, because it's got room to run. Right, so with this one, the fact that we couldn't get in here means it's very bullish, so my stop initially will be below this low. Okay, I don't know where we're gonna open, but I'll prefer we gap up. Okay, if we do gap up, then the stop goes below this low, and then I'll continue to run it to the target. If we do gap down, okay, because you're not going to take an entry now, you will take an entry during the week. So if we do gap down, that's not good, so you wait and see if they're going to run this low. But I don't see that happening. Okay, I don't see them coming below here. I don't see that happening at all. So the stop should be okay, because it's not a big stop. we're looking at about 55p for a swing trade. That's nothing. Okay, and you're looking to get there and there, so it's massive. So if we do gap up, I'll try to get a trade along over on Monday and Tuesday, and that'll be my profit targets for this week. Swiss dollar Swiss, again same thing with this. They've moved priced very aggressively to the upside. See that this is very bullish. Okay, it is very bullish with a small pause in there. So I think they're gonna continue going higher into that level. Okay, so that's the targets, that's the two targets, and I think by end of this week or early next week we will see price in here. So where would I place my stop? My initial stop will go right below this low, because they don't need to come down back here. It's not necessary for price to come back down here. Okay, so that's my first that's where my stop is going to be, and my first target is going to be there, second target is going to be there. What I'm anticipating is for price to give a pause in here. Okay, because of this equal high, price will get here and give me a pause and give me a retracement. So watch out for that. If we get here and price pauses, there could be some sort of retracement. Okay, and that retracement I'll be anticipating this level. Okay, I'll be anticipating that level, or between this and that, the middle. So between this and that, I'll be anticipating the middle here, which will bring me to that demand area, a rally base rally. So if we do get the pause in there, I'll be looking for price to retrace here or there. I don't know where it's gonna do it, so that is something that I'll have to watch during the week. If it does give me here, I would prefer here and then get an entry to continue going higher. The reason why I prefer there is because I want it to kind of leave me a gap. Okay, but it does give a gap just like here. Okay, it means that price is going to run high. Okay, so I will elect for price to give me a pause in here, drop down here, and then a continuation to the upside to that level and that level. Okay, so that will be it for that. The stop, as I said, goes here. I don't see price coming down here. That's not, I'm not saying it's not possible, but I don't see price coming here. So you should be protected down here. Look at this, CADCHF, CAD Swiss, same thing, stop below here. I put my alert here to see if we could have got a retracement down there. We didn't, so that is very bullish. If I zoom in, you can see as price was retracing, I wanted to see if we can come to this rally base rally. Okay, and we didn't, so that is very bullish. So stop below here, and if you do get any form of retracement, let's have a look. We stopped dead right here. Okay, which could, let me look at the daily. Okay, 124 again. Okay, that would be problematic because this level, this is a high probability supply zone. Okay, so with this one, let's have a look. I don't want to give anything that will cause you some problems, so maybe we'll wait on this and see what forms over the week. Let's see how price trades on Monday, Tuesday. So leave this one alone. Okay, let's see how price trades Monday and Tuesday. Okay, because of that candle, because you can see that there was a lot of selling going on here. Okay, so that is a supply zone. It's a high probability, although they sold more here, so it shouldn't cause price to run down too much. I don't know how far it's gonna go down, so I'll wait on this and see how we trade Monday, Tuesday. Okay, so leave this one alone. The CAD switch, leave that one alone. And then ultimately this one, I'm already long here, and my target is there. So if you want to join it, your stop will go below here. Okay, that was a very good area for price to stop, and I'll show you what that level is. I said I was not going to drop on the 1 hour, but I'm just showing you something. Okay, the reason why I am telling you to pause on this, okay, similar. So we have this last up candle before this move down. Okay, on CAD, same thing on the 1 hour. We have this last up candle before this move down. Okay, and look at the reaction. It took price to come back down here, and I got an entry. So on this, I don't know where, because I don't see any potential area for price to pause or for price to come back and go up with high probability. The highest probability is down here. All this has been traded nicely, so I don't see anything that can support price apart from down here. So look at the 8-hour time frame, same thing. Look at the daily. Okay, on the daily we can have this level. That's a rally based rally. So let's look at it on the daily. Yeah, but I'll watch it. Okay, I don't trust this. I'll watch it because there's too much selling going on there for price to just stop here. It can stop here, but I'm not seeing that. Okay, it can. So if I were to take my chances, I'll take an entry here with a stop there. Okay, that's what I will do. Entry here with a stop there, and my target is all the way up there. So it's decent for a try. Okay, but if I do get stopped out, then my attention will go back down here. Okay, because that's the only area I'm seeing price stopping. Okay, and if I pull the Fibonacci, you see it's very nice area, just below the 61.8. so that's a good area. So that's that one. That's the reason why I'm electing to wait, because of same thing here. Last up candle, move down, price get up there, cause reaction, but it cannot take it all the way down. It only cause some reaction and then the continuation to the upside. So on this one, I didn't actually include this. Yeah, that's where I'm I'm seeing price coming to, and that's it. I don't see it going higher than where we are. I don't see it going higher than here. It can go up a little bit, but let's see on the daily. Yeah, it can go all the way up here. Okay, it can go all the way up there, but I'll take some of my position off here and then see if we can get a run up there. Okay, and my stop will be, as soon as we break this high, my stop will be pushed to break even. Okay, so if we break this high, my stop comes to break even. Right. Again, I apologize for last week. It's my fault. I was wrong, and there's nothing to be said about that. I admit I'm wrong, and that's it. I move on. This week should be fun, and going forward it should be fun, because swing trading is what I do best, and going forward that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna do the FTMO account video now, which I using. Okay, so until then, I'll see you on Wednesday for midweek review. Stay blessed.